everyone. We will see who gets on this. We'll give you a minute while we introduce ourselves.
Will we be able to see if people get on?
I don't think we will, but why don't you introduce us?
No, you go ahead.
Okay. I'm Ryan, and this is Kyle, and we live in Charleston, South Carolina. We've been with Green Compass for a little over a year, and we own our own health and wellness business here in Charleston. Kyle is a trainer, I'm a nutritionist, and we do metabolic assessments. He trains people, and I do their nutrition. So we're going to talk a little bit about three things. We're going to answer three questions. We're going to answer why Green Compass is different than all the other CBD companies. Why, let me look at my notes. Why did we say yes to Green Compass? And then how do we fit it into our business as trainers, as nutritionists, people in the health and wellness industry? Because it's just an easy thing to fit in to what we already do. So we're going to answer the first question is what makes Green Compass different from other CBD? Let's start us off.
Yeah, I mean, I think the question really comes as to, while there are three separate questions, they all are kind of braided together. They all interplay with one another. So when Ryan first came to me actually and said, hey, I've learned about this great thing that I think we should get involved with. Of course, I was excited because she was excited. And she said, I want to, explore and look into this company, Green Compass Global. And I said, okay, that's fantastic. Tell me a little bit more about it. And she said, well, I've been looking into CBD for a little while now, researching it as part of our offering of what we can bring to, the marketplace, what differentiates us from how we interact and work with our clients and try to deliver health and wellness to them. And so she started to download some information to me. And what really attracted me initially about Green Compass was that it is a farm to family company. The story of Green Compass in and of itself is what got me from the beginning. So you have people and a family who are farmers. They had a need themselves. And so instead of looking in the marketplace, they decided to create in the marketplace the best CBD possible. And so it's a vertically integrated company, which really is a fancy way of saying we do everything. We do everything from seed to seal, from farm to family. So we're in control of the process from its infancy, literally.
Yeah, and now we're USDA certified organic, all the products, which is huge because there's so many CBD in the space that are not, or that can't certify what they actually have in the bottle. And that's what's so cool. We have the seal on the bottom of every bottle that you can actually see what's in it. And when you're using it for yourself, and especially if you're using it for your children, it's super important to know exactly what you're getting. So not only are we farm to family, but it's the science behind it. And then now we've hired a new chief science director. So it's in a space that there are so many illegitimate products. We are the ultimate legitimate product.
Yeah, definitely being an industry leader matters. So it's, there's other places that want to come into the space, but the question really becomes, who is the category king? And clearly Green Compass is that within the CBD offering.
Yeah.
So, Ryan says backed by science, which is a huge thing that we use for our businesses. We are, scientifically based. So when we do metabolic assessments, it's because there's a science to it. When we talk about how nutrition works with an individual, it's because there's science involved in it. We talk about different supplements. They have to withstand kind of that litmus test of, is there really something to this?
Yeah.
Because there's so many supplements available to people that aren't necessarily going to do what they say they're going to do.
Yeah.
And so that really matters a lot to us. Is it something that's credible? We could go into a long discussion about this. We always talk about that your body has an endocannabinoid system. And so there are actually receptors in your body for what Green Compass offers in CBD. And I mean, that matters.
Yeah. So it's the product and it's the business, because the business model, there are a lot of, CBD businesses on the market that are illegitimate also. So it's really the people, the family, the farm, the company. It just, that's why Green Compass is different. The whole atmosphere of the company is different. And we're only 16 months
how
old.
they extract it, how they bottle
Yeah.
it, how we get it out to the marketplace and our customers.
Yeah.
And it's just,
it's top of the line. And so really it really answers the second question of why did we choose Green Compass? And really it's because I already had clients coming to us asking about CBD, and this was maybe 2 years ago, and I had already started researching CBD, and my answer to them was, well, I mean, and it might work, it might not. I'm not going to tell you it works because I haven't done the research, because I'm never going to recommend something that I don't know every single thing about. So I had already started researching it, and then a friend of mine came to me and said, I really think you should look at Green Compass. And it's funny because I compared Green Compass to every single other CBD that I had already been researching, and there was just no comparison. So two things. She showed me the business model and she showed me the product. And those two things, since I already knew a lot about CBD in general and the product, that was an easy sell because I just compared. Then the business model, I had seen other business models at home, direct sales, and the business and the product were both by far better than anything I'd ever seen. So of course we said yes. And what we do, it just made sense. It's like, well, when people are coming to you and asking you for health and wellness advice, and you have a tool, because we all want to give each other tools that can help us perform better, be weller, then why wouldn't we share that with our clients? But we are very picky about what we recommend to our clients. I mean, people come in all the time and they'll say, well, what about this? And I'll be like, I don't know. There's not been enough research done. But CBD is the one thing I would say, yes, you need this first in your fitness, wellness, health arsenal, because it cascades down to every other piece of the puzzle, really. And so I think that's why we said yes to CBD, because I knew that it hits all the systems of the body. People will come in with bags full of supplements and you'll be like, you don't need any of that. You need about two things, and CBD is one of them. So I think that was super important to us, to really not have to sell people on a lot of unnecessary products. CBD, it creates homeostasis in the body. What more could you want?
Yeah, I
really?
mean, an interesting way to look at that is when you're trying to work with people who want to optimize health, performance, whatever it is that they choose to be improved at, whether it's a better mom, a better dad, a better student, a better worker, just better. You want something that's going to go in and control the controls. The controls might be hormones, appetite. It might be something that has to do with the healing processes that the body naturally has for, things like inflammation or pain management, recovery, to sleep better. So while, we're not making any medical claims in any of this, because you would have to go to your doctor, you'd have to look at what other organizations say about that. We just look at things that can enhance what's already going on naturally within people's bodies. And CBD is a no-brainer for that. Like, it just does what it says it's going to do. So that part's simple. Yeah. I mean, and then Green Compass, because they want to be the benchmark in the industry. Their goal wasn't, let's get in the marketplace and offer CBD because it's really, really popular right now. And then we're going to go and hit the next thing, whether it's,
Right.
I don't know what the next thing would be, but it wasn't about that. It was about going in and being the best that the market has to offer and setting the
Yeah.
pace, being,
Yeah.
being a trendsetter that way.
Yeah. And so, I mean, in any profession, whether it's health and wellness, whether it's a teacher, whether it's in finance, whether you're a real estate agent, do you have the time? No, no one has the time, but you make the time and you fit it into your schedule naturally. And I think that's the third question is, how do you fit it into your lifestyle naturally? In our industry, it may be a little easier because we are talking to people about health and wellness and fitness. And so it's a natural, oh, well, what supplement do you recommend? CBD. Or if I'm working with, a teenage client and she has anxiety, I'm of course going to recommend that her parents, this might be a tool that you would want to use for her, for your child. But it's not only that, it's you start with the people who are in your industry, teachers, real estate agents, us. And then they all have a friend or family member who is in desperate need of CBD. I mean, if they don't need it, their grandmother does, or their child does, or their mom does, or someone in their family does. So it's just really starting a natural conversation. It's not, we never would want our clients to feel like we were salesy about a specific product. But when we talk about
I
the benefits,
would say that we don't even, there's not even ever a mind set up. All right, we're going to go out and sell this today. It's just a matter of listening.
Right.
And then as people share their personal experiences and whatever it may be, usually there's an opportunity to say, oh, that's interesting. You haven't been sleeping well lately with all of the things that are going on in these crazy times right now. I can relate. Yeah. I have issues with sleep, or I should say had issues with sleep. Yeah. And then, it's going to come up, well, what did you do for that? Or, what works for you? And then boom, CBD enters into the conversation. Or gosh, there's a lot of people that are pretty anxious right now, again, with all that's going on. Oh, that's interesting. What do you do about that? How do you cope? How do you deal with that? Yeah. Weight loss is another one that's a no-brainer, as Ryan said, for us, or dealing with nutrition. It's, again, it affects appetite and hunger. So there's just, it really is a matter of listening. And there's generally an opportunity that somebody will present that needs some assistance to achieve some level of improvement. And so that's how we go about it conversationally. If you are in the, obviously you're watching this video and you're somewhat interested in the business of Green Compass. If you are in the health and wellness industry, I would say, oh my goodness, this is such a no-brainer for you, because it just fits into what you already do. If you're a trainer, if you're a nutritionist, if you're a nurse, if you're in the wellness field at all, this is especially, not that it's, it's just especially easy for you. It can be. So I would say definitely give that a try. And remember, you're trying to help your clients and make sure that you're tracking their progress and making sure they feel well anyway. An important part of this business is keeping in touch with your customers and making sure that they're actually getting results from their CBD. You're not just selling them a bottle of CBD and then they disappear. Or you're like, thanks, great, you're a preferred customer, and then you never talk to them again. You want to make sure that they're actually getting results from their CBD, because if they're not, it's not the right dose, it's not the right type, it's not the right milligram bottle. So part of it is really making sure that you keep your customers that you already have by showing them that you really care if they're feeling better. I think a lot of people miss that. It's like, oh, we're just selling CBD. Well, no, we're not selling CBD. This is not a one and done or a get in and gotcha type of an acquisition. What you're doing is you're saying, I genuinely care about people. I want to facilitate a process that I have complete confidence has something to offer you and is a benefit. And so I'd like to share that with you if you're interested in hearing more. Yeah. And then you simply pause and you wait, because who isn't interested in feeling better? Or isn't looking for, an edge, something more? Everybody is. Yeah. Yeah. So I hope that, if you're at all considering the business or just the product, but
hopefully the business, because it's just a great family to join, that, Green Compass is different than any other CBD company in the space. And whatever profession you're in, if you're in the health and wellness, I would especially encourage you to join the family, because you can really serve a lot of people and help a lot of people feel better that otherwise might be getting misinformation from other people. And you could be the person that shares something with them that really changes their lives, or changes their children's lives, or changes someone in their family's lives. So I hope that this was helpful. And this was like our own little Q&A session between the two of us. So
Happens all the time.
Right. So I hope you find this useful, and
If there's anything we can do or any other answers,
ask
please
any
reach
questions.
out, comment in the video. We'll come back and check it, or DM us. We're both on Facebook and Instagram and all the social media stuff.
Yep. All right. Happy Tuesday, or whatever day it is.
Tuesday.
All right. Yeah.
Thanks. Have a great night. Bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye.